There's some big news this year for our CBR500R and a whole list of big improvements. First in, an entirely new front end, built around a new 41mm Showa upside-down SFFBP fork. Next, the CBR500R now features dual front disc brakes and radial mount 4-piston calipers. New lighter wheels and a lighter swing arm sharpen up the bike's handling even more. Its twin-cylinder engine revs freely and produces plenty of torque, and it lets us keep the bike narrow and nimble too. The full coverage bodywork looks like something right off the racetrack and rocks two new color choices this year: Grand Prix Red and Sword Silver Metallic. There's probably never been a better sport bike at this price point, especially since the CBR500R comes standard with anti-lock brakes. Honda's 8.2-compatible Pocket Rocket receives major performance-focused improvements led by Showa 41mm separate function fork big piston, SFFBP, USD forks, dual disc front brakes and radial mount calipers. Front tire grip is heightened with more forward weight bias. Handling is further improved by the new swing arm, which is lighter with more lateral flex. The rear shock has new settings to complement the new forks. Redesigned wheels and a lighter radiator save more weight, and new fuel injection settings improve engine character. More powerful headlight LEDs offer greater visibility. Alongside engine changes such as revised fuel injection settings and a new lighter radiator, the chassis benefits from the addition of Showa 41mm SFFBP USD forks, dual Nissan radial mount 4-piston calipers, biting 296mm discs, lighter weight 5-spoke wheels and redesigned swing arm for improved high-speed handling and braking. Weight bias also moves fractionally forward for enhanced front tire grip and feel. Styling is updated with a new front mudguard, inherited from the CBR500R, and sporty aluminium foot pegs are also now standard fit. As before, LCD instruments feature a shift-up and gear position function, and all lighting is premium LED. The new headlight, also inherited from the CBR650R, now spreads a broader beam. Light, strong and unchanged for 2022, the 35mm diameter steel diamond tube mainframe has a tuned degree of yield that gives plenty of feedback to the rider as road surfaces change. The shape and position of the engine mounts, plus the frame's rigidity balance, also keep vibration to a minimum. Immediately obvious is a brand new front-end setup. With the aim to heighten sports handling performance, the 41mm telescopic forks of the previous design have been replaced by Showa 41mm separate function fork big piston, SFFBP, USD forks, clamped by new top and bottom yokes. By dividing the functions, big piston pressure separation damper in one leg, spring mechanism in the other, reaction and ride quality are both improved. The 4-cylinder CBR650R wears the exact same setup. In a further effort to improve the ride quality, the 22YM CBR500R features new lighter wheels with 5 Y-shaped spokes, rather than the 6 of the previous model. The front wheel width remains 3.5-inch with a 120/70 ZR17 tire, and the rear 4.5-inch with 160/60 ZR17 tire. A redesigned swing arm also shaves grams. It's now constructed from 2mm steel rather than 2.3mm and employs a hollow cross member and crisply redesigned chain guard. Stiffer rotationally, the new swing arm is also more flexible laterally to improve handling. The single-tube rear shock absorber, as found on larger capacity sports bikes, with its large diameter piston ensures excellent response and temperature management. It features 5-stage preload adjustment with spring rate and damping settings optimized to match the forks. In line with the dynamic improvements to the chassis and suspension, the braking performance has also been improved. The single 320mm and 2-piston caliper front brake from the previous model has been replaced by dual 296mm discs and Nissan radial mount 4-piston calipers. The introduction of the smaller discs not only keeps any additional weight gain to a minimum, but also reduces the required pressure on the lever when braking. The new CBR500R weighs in at 192 kilograms and places slightly more weight on the front wheel to promote more nimble handling and improve front-end grip. Front-rear bias percentage is now 50.749.3 compared to 50.149.9 of the previous version. Wheelbase remains 1410mm with rake and trail of 25.5 degrees 102mm. And nimble responsiveness is what the CBR500R is all about. The view forward from the cockpit is pure sports. The handlebars clip on beneath the top yoke, and as a result the riding position is unmistakably aggressive. The fairing is also set low. Purposeful aluminium foot pegs replace the previous rubberized parts. Between the pair they save 104 grams and offer maximum support for more spirited riding. The compact front mudguard is drawn from the CBR550R.